Hello, welcome to Faith and Geekery. My name's Mark, and tonight it's just me, I think, unless someone surprises me. But we are talking about painting tonight, and in some respects, it's about painting in kind of big, broad strokes. Also, it's about painting in little tiny figures and bits and pieces. I say bits and pieces, all will become clear in a little while. I hope you're all well. I believe nobody is watching us right now, but if you are watching kind of after the event, please do get involved with our community, and it should be on there. Yeah, join our WhatsApp or Discord community, and the details should be in your comments, which I will have to just. I forgot to do beforehand, so I'm going to create it here. The first question that I tend to ask is, what have we been doing in a geeky sort of way this week? I think for me, I have been printing on my 3D printer, which will not surprise you. Oh, hello, Twitch is playing around a little bit. Yeah, I have been printing using my 3D printer, and I've been printing lots of these things, which again I'll explain in a little while. But yeah, I hope we're doing all right, and I realise it's a bit of a strange night tonight to be streaming. I've got a kid next door, so I'm not out and about, but for some of us it will be Monday, Thursday services. And so yeah, it's a little bit kind of quiet tonight, I imagine. But after this, I'll be taking a week off, and we'll take a moment to reflect and see what we how we want to go forwards with this in the future. And yes, I'll be happy for the feedback. So please do get in touch with the in the community on Discord or WhatsApp or other, if you know me in person. So tonight I'd like to talk to you about painting. Now, I've been painting an awful lot through my life. Obviously, just kind of messing around, play painting when I was little. But my dad was into painting as a hobby, and so there's various bits and pieces. And even at university, I continued to paint. One of the funniest ones, I think, my friends would tell you, is this one, which is St John's College, where we trained for the ministry, and dare I say, there's a lot of in jokes on there, but also a lot of like little kind of homages to various things such as Doctor Who, Mighty Boosh, and things like that. And so that was one of the do I say funny ones? Not sure, but that was kind of one. I'm just gonna have a look elsewhere on here. I'm gonna share another screen as I can. There's another one. So another one for me is this one, which is the Durham Knocker. The Durham Knocker. So if you've been to Durham Cathedral, I think you're meant to knock on it if you're kind of needing charity or something like that. It's kind of like a good faith knocker. I played around with the greens on there. I've always wanted it to be much more green than what it actually is. I just don't know whether that's because there's maybe a replica or otherwise, I don't know. But I've always liked it like that, and that's currently up in our dining room, hence the little candelabra to the side. So that is one of my kind of favourite of my own paintings. I don't think I can share some of the other ones due to copyright, but I've always enjoyed kind of painting and enjoying art galleries for a change, and I think that's always surprised some of my friends to know that I've enjoyed art galleries. But not good like Hans Holbein younger and things like that, and some more of the contemporary ones where it just makes you think a little bit. But tonight I'm not going to be doing that much of that sort of painting. However, I should mention this one behind me. This is one that I did for Easter. 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. 4 years ago, and that's kind of meant to be kind of Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane, and the disciples falling asleep, and then Judas and the kind of soldiers arriving. And so quite on trend, on topic for a Monday, Thursday today. And so that's our that is our that's my one of my recent paintings, and I guess I could show you one more, and that is where it's here. Again, it was all to do with a theme a couple of Easters ago, and so this is kind of Jesus and this kind of, you know, the Passion of Christ kind of walking to the cross, and like the heavenly kind of divine giving him strength. So yeah, that's my recent paintings, but I've not had a lot of time and space. A lot of that is, in fact, I think by that point there may have been acrylic, but I used to kind of do oil paintings, and so they'd take ages to dry, and you don't want to get that anywhere near carpet or otherwise, and so it'd often need a big amount of space. And so recent years I've not had as much space around the house to do stuff. It may be something to do with two smaller children, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I wonder what geeky things that you've been up to. Please do get in touch and let me know. I did say I would come back to this a little bit later. Well, this is a board, so I don't want to get my table messy. In fact, can I do that? Oh yes, I can. And then basically these things are they're hexagons for Catan. So I remember, if you tuned in last week, we talked about the old Catan pieces getting a little bit long in the tooth, and so decided to create some on the 3D printer. And so here is one of these just here, and basically I've done quite a few of these now, and I've just been tinkering leaving it going out to do a meeting, turn it on, annoy the people in my house because it makes a little noise. I call it the robot zebra finch because it kind of goes meep 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 meep, and it reminds me of a zebra finch. And so these are the kind of the pieces, the tokens which upgrade. Oh, I've taken the other thing downstairs now, which upgrade the other stuff. Gosh, there's some that colour is a little bit. That makes no difference. Maybe a little bit lighter. But yeah, this is the pieces, and as you can tell, it is actually brown, because after printing, I've got some primer, some brown primer, because I thought it's going to be more likely to be muddy based, and so these are the base colour. It also means that the paint gets to stick on it, and the great thing is that eventually these things will get stuck into those like that, and so that would be the finished piece. Apart from, I've just put in two little token magnets on here, and so the idea is that they will connect together, and so we can play the game and they'll all connect together from all different directions, which hopefully, fingers crossed, will work. Whoops. I'm gonna just do one more thing. So tonight this is what I'm going to be doing, and I could be using. Let me just check this. So I was just aware that that's better, isn't it? Let's just get rid of that. When I was doing my dice tower, I could have used these sort of paints, but I realised that because I was painting quite a large space of them, this was going to get expensive very, very quickly. Other brands of paint are available. These are the D&D stuff, so it's branded, but I've got to say it's really swish paint, really swish paint. But because I'm intending to do, whoops, there it goes. Because I'm intending to do some, to do so many of these things, and my intention is to do as many of these in one sitting, so that they all have like a certain kind of same colour tones and all this kind of stuff. So what I'm needing to do is just go through and find them all, and so you can genuinely see how many, how much I've been doing over, I guess, since the very first one of these kind of faith and geekeries. But yeah, please do be in touch. I will try and keep on top of. As soon as I start doing things on here, I start to get a bit distracted because I'm concentrating on this kind of stuff, and I will try to keep an eye on the channel, on the conversations going on. And I'm just gonna do that and do the little bits in the background. So I will ask the question as well, type it out. What geeky things have we been up to this week? Oh, it helps if I wrote all the words. Never mind. Welcome, folks, if you're joining us. What geeky things you've been up to this week? I am just delving into doing some painting, and I've just said that I am just finding through all my various pieces. Annoyingly, I started printing off some of these and thought, oh, that's a lovely little cabin in the woods, and suddenly realised, those are different designs. All of these designs, by the way, I haven't done myself. These are all just downloaded from Thingiverse. And so Thingiverse is a fantastic place for 3D print files. But the great thing is I've learned now how to use Tinkercad, so I've been able to play around with them and alter things to my my design. But what it does mean is I'm going to have to basically spray paint that and glue that into place on top of there, because I really like that little cabin in the woods. So anyway, so this is what I'm doing tonight. I'm doing some painting, some kind of stuff. Please feel free to comment, chip in, and it'd be good to have you along. So it's really good. I mean, I've got to give a shout out to all of the creators for these, because they've just spent so much time and the level of detail. So that's like the desert tile in Catan, dock tiles, brick tiles, and I think I might have a go with the brick. The brick ones, although I feel as if the cornfield may actually be the easiest ones to do. That's famous last words though, isn't it? 1 second, I'm going to reach down and get some more tiles. You see, I'm not going to do all these tonight because I would bore you all to death, but I just find them really fascinating. And so yeah, so that is pretty much all the tiles. This is all the tiles for for Catan, and so this should be the whole set in theory. And let's just again, if you're catching up with us in the week, please just be in touch through Discord or WhatsApp. Sorry, I'm just writing this out because I forgot to send it to everybody. Anyway, so that'll pop up. So yeah, so I'm just going to choose. I mean, equally, if anybody's got a desire to see which ones of these for me to do, just send a comment below. It'd be good for a bit of interaction. Equally, if you just listen to me in the background, hello. Which one do I go for? Do I opt for the cornfields, which hopefully should be very simple? I feel as if the cornfields should be very simple because it's just going to be corn, it's going to be yellow on the top, and the silos and things are going to be a little bit tricky. So maybe I'll put those to the back burner and come back to those in a sec, and then maybe work on. You see, I'm very tempted by the mountains. The mountains look very appealing, but let's. What I'm just going to try to do is pull up. I can't do this just off the top of my head. What I try to do is have a little bit of a guidance photos, guidance shots, and so that's where I'm kind of looking to my computer for a little bit of inspiration, and let's hopefully not delete the stream, because that would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? So anyway, I think I'm gonna opt for the bricks, and so I'm gonna put some of these away. It was quite funny chatting to my son about this. He's like, "Oh, have you got this thing going on?" Because he's just next door. Have you got this thing you doing tonight, Dad? And I was like, "Well, what is it? What is it?" And he went, "Oh, is it Faith&Geekery?" And I was just like, "Oh, that's an interesting slant." Yeah, I guess it is that, mate. Faith&Geekery. I did correct him though eventually, but it was very cute sounding. So I'm going to remove these. My intention for these is hopefully to do is to paint them like silver or gold, and that'd be quite cool. However, what I need to do first is do the really lovely and not boring task in any way, shape or form, is putting magnets and making sure they're the right way around into each one of the glue gun in them into each one of the apertures. Ignore the middle one, that was somebody else's suggestion, as in someone else's design, and I decided to go left and right because then it wouldn't matter which way around they go. But yeah, I'm looking forward to having this set and like really investing in it, and it will be hopefully really good. So let's just move all the rest of these out of the way as well. The boxes, yeah, I've got to think about storage for these as well at some point, because yeah, they're gonna be a bit, well, they're not going to be that fragile, but I'm going to be, why do I feel as if I'm now one missing? Oh, this is going to be Lego all over again, isn't it? If you didn't watch that one, that was interesting. I'd much rather have people on the show to chat to, because I think I just get a bit bored of my own voice sometimes. Right, so let's do this, shall we? I think we're going to start off with yeah, so I said earlier about the D&D paints and otherwise, but because of the sheer volume and level of these, I'm just going to go for a Crawford and Blacks, a little bit cheap and cheerful, but hopefully yeah, hopefully they'll be of a good value. Also, just to give you a heads up, always get more than one packet. If you're ever tempted to go for one of these sort of things, no matter what brand or otherwise, always go for more than what you expect, mainly for the white, because you always use more white than you expect. And that is my tip for you. If you're not going to take anything else away, always get more white. You can just get individual whites as well, but you always use more white than you expect, and so that is really important. I'm also using something very high tech and very costly, a takeaway container, and just going to use this for our that way up. As my palette. Just trying to work out if that's the right colour or not for. I kind of want it a bit more. A bit more. I mean, this is excellent viewing on here. Oh, you're joking me? Have I gone and got the one? I told you about getting. Oh, rubbish. This is just humorous. Yeah, welcome, and I'm just trying to. What has a little? Oh, I've got the other pen. That's good. So this is my oil painting one, but I'll use this to mix it in anyway. That's far too much, I think, but never mind. What I'm after is that kind of sandy, earthy, kind of mountainy sort of colour. I'm just kind of hoping that will kind of do its thing. But if you're just joining me, I'm doing Catan hexagons for myself, nothing for profit or otherwise. It's just for my pure enjoyment, and there you go. still tempted to put a slight red hue to it, because this is bricks, so there is going to be some colour. No, you know what, I might go for that. The question is, I'm trying to basically, what I'm trying to do is embody my inner artist and think about how I'm going to do this. Whether it should be a dry brush technique or not really, but I think what I'm going to do is just start to layer this up. I've got a very hard brush for some reason. I didn't realise I'd even used this brush before, unless this is what it comes like. Yeah, sorry, this isn't the most exciting. But what I'm just doing here is just put my base coat down. And my intention then is to just do this on all of them. I don't understand why this is such a hard brush. Maybe I should have looked at the instructions a bit more. At the moment, this is looking quite ugly, and I don't mind too much. What I'm trying to do is give it like a uneven texture. I don't really want it to be that even at the moment. I may just kind of... And it's interesting that I talk about the other painting, the other sort of style of painting, because actually I think it's very similar principles apply. Is that you've got to kind of cover the canvas, and it just transforms. Well, I think it transforms the canvas so very quickly. If you can just blast on and get this stuff covered, then it makes all the difference. And it's uplifting to see the difference it makes. So still not sure if I've done it a bit too light, but here we go. Just be in touch if you've done anything geeky this week, or if you want to chat to me about other things. Actually, just go for it. Ask me, talk to me as I'm doing this, and I'll see if I can respond. But again, the joys of doing things that you've got to concentrate on whilst you're live online. Rightio. So I think that needs to also be a lighter colour. So yeah. If I'm honest, I'm still a little bit hesitant about that colour, but I think it should be alright. everyone's been having a good Holy Week. That's the week that just runs up to Easter. Been quite busy, and so this is actually, it comes as quite a reward just to stop. Got a couple of services tomorrow and bits and pieces because I'm a minister, yeah, it's a little bit manic at the moment, but looking forward to a time when it just slows down. So I'm going to just keep on painting all of these the same colour. Oh, you know what, I'm still just there going, should it go darker colour? It looks really bright. But I think I'm going to crack on. I'm going to put all this colour on. And then I'm going to see how it goes when I have when I start putting other colours on as well. Again, the importance of covering your canvas very quickly. But yes, I keep on seeing occasional people pop in, pop out. It's alright. I'm just on here, just painting my hexagons. Just give us a shout in the comments if you've been up to anything geeky, fun or otherwise this week. This is just me painting. For those who are catching up, they've already heard me talk about my other sorts of painting that I do, and this is just all this is hobbies, and it just, I find the thing about painting and about this kind of process is just, it changes my thought processes. As to say, it's not about intellectual stuff, it's not about this, that or t'other, it's just about doing a job, it's just about getting the right sort of finish and getting the right sort of texture, which I just find is really rewarding, because it's, and it also gives you an element of finishing, of completing. But yeah, drop in, say hello if you're around. If you're just skipping through, go on through, but welcome. My name's Mark, and yeah, just doing some 3D painting, 3D printing painting, and yeah, come along for a bit of a conversation if you're around. After Easter I will be having a week off, and then I think I'll just kind of have conversations about when is the best time, how regularly to do this sort of thing, because believe it or not I do work as well as doing this. Right, so I'm just starting to build up my base colours on my brick hexagons for Catan, and yeah, kind of hoping to get these done. Oh, I don't know, hope is a big word. I was hoping to get these done for Easter really, but I'm not sure if I will get them all done for that time. So yeah, this is just doing some lovely painting of some hexes. I'm on repeat again really now. Get in touch if you've been doing any 3D printing yourselves, or equally if there's any other sort of hobbies. I know that my wife is very much into crochet, and I'm sure we could do one about crochet, but it's trying to get my wife and I in the same place on the same night. We can do these things and not just relax together, to actually be on a stream together. But anyway, how are we doing? don't know if you've been aware, but we're trying to keep these things to about an hour nowadays, just for sanity and just for, fairly sure, because my conversation dries up, but it might dry up even sooner. Then I'll just, with that being said, I'll continue doing this anyway, so feel free to join in or not. I don't mind. Right, so I have now got 3 of these done, and just reset my brush a little bit. Feels as if I could almost do with another layer as well. Maybe I should do that. I'll tell you what, whilst we're waiting for those, what we can do is give the cornfields a bit of a go, which I think is hopefully that one. Again, I've just got reference photos that I'm bringing up, so I can help. Just help me. So I'm going to go for a bit of a mid-yellow for these next ones. Quite a vibrant. Oh no. I'm actually tempted to go with this because this is quite nice. Although I'm going to lose texture. I know it feels a little bit counterintuitive to put this on, but I think I will put this on just as a bit of a base coat. Realise I'm now covering up absolutely everything, but welcome, just doing more and more of hexagons, and I'm hoping to have a finished set to upgrade my existing Catan set. But sad news this week, the guy who invented it has passed away, didn't he? That was very sad. I wonder if he knew how many hours enjoyment people he gave. But a big fan of Catan and things like this. Any board game, and actually I'm not the biggest fan of the competitive ones actually. I'm just happier to enjoy some of the lesser confrontational stuff. It may come as a surprise that I'm not the most alpha male. Not that's a problem either. There we go, just putting a bit of a base coat there. And the great thing about painting is just that you can give it a go, and if it doesn't work exactly how you anticipate it, then just notch it down to experience. Just work with a bit of paint in the gaps there. I wanted to kind of keep the definition for as long as possible. Right, so let's keep going. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I'll tell you what, let's put some music on in the background. Got some branded music. Not that one. Don't know why I didn't put that on there near. Never mind. So just painting, just putting the base coat down, and again trying to cover the canvas or the squares, hexes as quickly as possible. Hope you've been having a good week here in the UK. If you are in the UK, you'll know that it's our Easter holidays, or mostly it's our Easter holidays, and so yeah, letting our hair down a little bit. Kids enjoying themselves lots, looking forward to some chocolate, or other alternatives are available. But yeah, just trying to cover my hex squares at the moment. But yeah, a little bit busy in our household this coming Easter, just with various services and bits and pieces, and so it's really nice just to stop and do some painting. I feel as if this brush started to be really hard, and now it has gone very soft, and I'm just now using it to get as much coverage. Wow, I'm really killing that brush. Yeah, just trying to. So my intention is then to then revisit the other ones. Hopefully, have given them time to dry off, and then paint away on a bit more alternative colours. There you go. That's the other one done. And one more, and then we can move on to some different colours. As I've said already, I'm still wanting to kind of give Faith and Geekery a go after Easter, but I think it'd just be good to hear from yourselves about what you kind of you want to. Oh wow, now it's really wet. Oh no, can you see that? Don't bring any kitchen roll with me either. But yeah, just to have a bit of conversation about how often, frequency of stuff, and the subject matter of stuff really. We've kind of covered a few subjects, and I think people wanted more broader than narrow, and so I did try to do that. But that being said, I am just sat here painting, and it comes down to people who are available to come online as well and stream alongside me. I always enjoy having a bit of a conversation with people, and I'm fairly sure you lot do too. This is just give a little comment in the give a little note in the comments to say where you're watching from this morning, this evening, this afternoon. It's currently 20 to 9 UK time. There you go, so that's 4 corn bits done. I'm just having to replenish my brush, and yeah, hopefully. Still just trying to work on how deep to go with this brush. No, this colour, that's what I meant. But do just be in touch. Yeah, you see, this is why I'm thinking just about having a conversation, because we haven't got very many people on at the moment, and I realise though that being busy during broadcasting during Holy Week was always going to be a bit of a difficult one anyway. But what's interesting about this background music is that people have it on their own broadcasts, and then every so often I get a little message from YouTube or otherwise saying, "You violated things, you're using copyrighted music." And I'm saying, well, actually the only music that I have used is the music that comes with StreamYard. So either you don't know what you're talking about, StreamYard doesn't know what it's talking about. That's the service provider. That's the lot I use to broadcast to many places all at the same time, and they have all this lovely package of music and stuff, which is very nice and lovely. But yeah. As you can see, I'm hoping just I'm building up the colours enough now. Nice little base coat. Again, the camera that I'm using overhead, it's making it look very white, very white, and it's not actually. It's much more sandy colour. It's still quite bright, but I'm hoping to alter that with my next colours, and I'll show you that next. I was in two minds whether to have started this first, actually, and and I guess this is why they do like this is one we made earlier, because you just don't really want to be watching this. I wonder if anyone's fast forward through this if you're watching it later. That's my impression of being fast forwarded. Still wrecking this brush. Try and get rid of the water out right now. So yeah, just loading up my brush, covering as much as I can, and then next I will be getting rid of it, covering it over with some different tones. So what you don't want to do is see, in the areas that I don't want to see the brown, I want to completely get rid of that. And I decided to opt for brown because I thought all the other ones are happy to have a bit of brown as the undertone, as the undercoat. But just hope that these come together alright. Of course, that was the challenge. Thinking about these little tiny bits, which are going to like hedges and things like that, but I was trying to work out, we should have put those colours on first, but I don't think I will. I think I'm going to continue to work on these things. So I'm going to leave the corn ones for now. I think it's not my corn ones. Where's my corn ones? Now go on. Again, what I'm just wanting to do is cover a nice little base down. Definitely going to need a bit more detail. I panicked then, I thought I was off camera. Just watching my paint base. making a nice little nice base coat to our squares. And I'll just again, it's just that balance between not wanting to lose the detail. Oh, so that was actually, that was a bit of the paint, the spray paint that was globbed. Is that a word? I'm not sure. But yeah, a bit of paint that globbed. Don't know what word is after there in the end. A globule. I've got paintbrush bits coming off here now. Not looking after my brush enough. Great thing is about this one in particular, it could look like straw. I should be looking after my brush better. So yeah, gosh, it's nearly been an hour, so I'll kind of log off soon. But again, just a reminder, you can get in touch on Discord, WhatsApp, and I hope you get the idea of what I'm kind of aiming for here. It's like low threat, low kind of, I'm a Christian bloke, I'm a Methodist minister, I'm not trying to bash you over the head with my faith or otherwise. I just have a passion of geeky things, and I'm happy to talk. Just happy to talk, really. I'm not going to try and hit you over the head with the Bible. Just genuinely here for community and general interests. And that's it. No hidden agenda. And also, I want to get these hexagons done for an upgrade to my Settlers of Catan. I wonder what other games folks are into at the moment. Or after last week, if anybody's tried some of the games that were suggested. Or any one of Jessica's from last week. I haven't got any yet, but I think they're on my list. Right, okay. Not sure what to do with the round bits either. Right, so I think that is all, all four of those ones done as well. And then hopefully, just as we come to the end of the hour, crack on with some of the actual detail of this stuff. Now, let me just think. Yeah, so what I'm going to do next. So now, what I'm doing now is bringing some detail to my hexagons. So be in touch if you're up to anything geeky, crafty, if you're watching as I go along. Don't be shy. but I'm just going to start to add a little bit of contouring on this now. Oh, see if I can do this in any way, shape or form. I mean, that's just the same brown that I've just been painting over. That'll be fun. Let's just try and do a bit of a dry brush with it. Yeah, let's try and... just add a little bit of contouring. badly contouring. So this is the bricks area to my right. You know what? I'm going to throw in a little bit of the more brick colours now. And this is a slight difference in tone, but just hoping it makes it start to sing a little bit. Make sure I get the right colour as well. But hopefully you can see that there. Maybe we should use a better camera overhead. So again, that is the brick quarry idea. If you can tell, oh man, it's maybe a better colour. In fact, let's do that, shall we? It's a little bit better. Like a chow. Carry on doing all the rest of these as well. Ciao. Please feel free to comment what you've been up to this week. Or give me some tips. Because I had a vision about how these would look, and it's not looking exactly as I was intending it. But I'm giving it a go. And that is the main thing. The great thing is that I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and I'll continue to work on these until I get them just about right. And I don't think it's going to be by Easter this time, but never mind. Keep on forgetting to look after my brush. Brush is your friend. You see, I'm not completely convinced by that one, which I did the whole contouring with. I'm tempted to do. Just to dive in with a bit more. Well, I'm going to add a bit more red, because it's meant to be for brickwork. It's meant to be a brick quarry. Whoa. Although that does decidedly look a lot more blood-like than quarry-like. Yes, that's better. So just blended in that red colour a little bit with that brown colour, and I think that just brings it alive a little bit, makes it sing, which is what I said earlier, what I wanted to do. And rather than the contouring, I think I'm going to go in with a bit of green, because I want to take away that desert sandy look. That's what we're going to go for, and hopefully the next couple of minutes I'll have something I'm happy to finish. I'm just looking at that green. I wonder if I go for a light green or a dark green. Let's have a bodge with this one. Let's have a go with this one, shall we? I'll at least have something, hopefully something that will look vaguely decent. So just coming to the end of our hour, just again hoping to work on, I'm just doing this a bit fast and loose really, because I'm hoping just to blend in some of this other tones, allow that sandy colour just to come through a little bit, but not enough. I think suddenly I'm a bit happier with this. And as I said earlier, I was a little bit worried about how light that was going to be. But actually, now that I've had that green, that base coat in, suddenly it doesn't look too bad. Not really loading my brush up too much. Tempted to get rid of a lot of that yellow actually. What I haven't decided to do is, or finished deciding to do, is to get rid of, let's throw it back to this camera again, shall we? To get rid of the brown borders, but there you go, that's the, that's my little brick. How about, oh there you go, a bit of a light on there. So, oh no, I think this is the one. Unfortunately had a lot of water collecting in the middle and it's starting to pool again. I want to pull it away, which is annoying because I've done it primed, so it should have stuck alright, but never mind. So I'm just going to add a bit more colour onto that. Yeah, so that is my finished hex. Well no, not completely finished, because what I need to do is do the detail of the little tiny hedges, and I'm going to do those maybe a brighter, more vibrant colour, but that is as close as I get to finished tonight on that one. I'm a couple of minutes over time, so you know what, I'm just going to carry on for a couple more minutes. Because I actually want to get this finished. Oh no. However, what I should have done is made sure that my brush didn't have the red on still from last time. Never mind. But again, what I'm trying to do is be a bit dirty with this sort of colour and let it kind of bleed into the other, and so it kind of, you know, because if you look at a field, it's not all one colour, it's lots of different colours depending on what plant life is growing through. But again, folks, thank you for coming to view tonight. If you are catching up, thank you. Happy to talk about the format of this and to tweak it. You know, I'm not precious for these things. So a bit of a go, a bit of a tweak. People have joined Discord, but not really kind of chatting. Not a bad thing, but just want to see how we can best be chatting together, supporting one another, and doing all things geeky together. So on this one, purposely done a few little strands, and if I'd thought about it, I'd be thinking about exactly how much of a mountain or how much of a hillside looks. I'm quite enjoying that though, how this looks. Because I want each one of these ones to be different as well. Yeah. So I'm going to do one more of these and I'm going to log off. But I hope you can see though just how it's built up. And again, it's something really rewarding, really kind of meaningful about just it being finished, and well, at this moment, close to finishing. But when you're going to be doing stuff in the day-to-day where you don't see things, I think I do get a lot of reward from completer finishing stuff. And this is just a little bit of a reward. It has been a busy week. This has just been nice to do. So if you've been following me tonight, thank you. Again, I'm going to have a week off this coming week, so we'll be here this Thursday, but be in touch, comment, get in contact with the Discord or WhatsApp to just chat about interests. If you wanted to be up on the screen, you can be. I'm always up for chatting and a bit of diversity as well. So if you've got something to share, and I'm more than happy to talk about it and explore it with you. And just be in touch. Very grateful for friends of friends who've got people that they know who kind of go, oh, you know, just like last week. The only thing we had in common was the passion for games, and I thought that was really fun. Again, thank you, Jessica. That was fun. Or Jess. It was fun. Well, I'm nearly done here. I hope you have a good Easter if you can. I know some people have to work over Easter. Myself included. I think ours is a bit different. But no, I know how it can be sometimes quite hard. But anyway, I hope you have. I think I'm done here, and I think that's the. Oh, I'm just gonna tidy up some of these bits. I realise I don't really want to finish on the yellow. Much rather finish on the green. So those are my 3 bricks done. I think I'm going to call it time of death. No, I'm going to call it. Thank you for watching. I hope you have the rest of a reflective, a good Holy Week, and when it comes a fantastic Easter, I'm going to log off and be in touch, and I guess it just it is down to me to say, as I always do, blessed are the geeks, and for that I'm going to say